good afternoon, class 7. Yesterday, we talked about the background of the poem of your English literature book. The poem title is Vocation. Actually, this vocation, as I told you, that it is composed by Rabindranath Tagore. This poem is about the boy's sentiment, seeing the different kind of people while going to school. He wants to become like that. He wants to have the feeling that is called real feeling of being a hawker, being a gardener, and being a guardian in the sky. And when he goes to school, I told you that on the 3 points he noticed different hawkers and gets impressed by their free choices and independent way of life. The class 6 there is a poem called The School Boy. It's just similar to that. Your poem also is similar to that. But let us go through the story, line by line, and then we can confirm the idea about that. I read the poem. When the gong sounds 10 in the morning and I walk to school by our lane, every day I meet the hawker crying, bangles, crystal bangles. Now the poet is describing the scene. Early in the morning, he goes every day to the school, the lane, the road, and he said that whenever he goes, every day whenever he goes to school early in the morning, in the way every day, there is a person who shouts, who crying to sell his goods. वो सब्जी वब्जी बेचने वाला, जो भी सामान बेचने वाले ठेले वाले पर आते हैं ना, या फिर करते हैं, ये इसके बारे में बात कर रहा है. When the gong sounds 10 in the morning and I walk to the school by our lane, every day I meet the hawker crying bangles, bangles, crystal bangles. This kind of just see that this is the person who sells the ornament also, they also cry for selling their things, keeping in on the soldiers on the bamboo stick. तो इस तरह के जो सेलर है उसको मिलता है, तो वो बोल रहा है कि अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग, जो 10 बजे जब घड़ी बजती है तो क्या करते हैं, अपने स्कूल के लिए निकल जाते हैं, और स्कूल से जब निकलते हैं तो रोज़ रास्ते में कौन मिलता है, एक हॉकर मिलता है. इन द नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ, नेक्स्ट स्टेंजा, देयर इज़ नथिंग टू हरी हिम ऑन, उसको कोई जल्दी नहीं. देयर इज़ नो रोड्स हु टेक, नो प्लेस ही मस्ट गो, एंड नो टाइम व्हेन ही मस्ट कम होम. उसके लिए ना तो कोई समय बना है, ना कोई रोड बनी है, ना कोई रूल है, ना रेगुलेशन है. वह ही है, ही इज़ फ्री. द पोएट डिस्क्राइब्स हिम एज फ्री. एकदम फ्री है, कहीं जाने की खबर नहीं, कहीं जा सकता है, किसी भी गली में जा सकता है, किसी भी समय घर सकता है, बस कोई फिक्स टाइम नहीं है. लेकिन एज ए स्टूडेंट हम लोगों का टाइम है कि हम लोग को 10 बजे निकलना है, 4 बजे आना है, लेकिन वो उसका नहीं है. कहाँ जा रहा है, क्यों जा रहा है, इट डजंट मैटर. He has no any types of constants in his life. Okay. Now the poet wish I were a hawker, spending my day in the road, crying bangles, crystal bangles. अब ये इमेजिन करते हैं कि काश मैं हॉकर होता तो मैं भी चिल्लाता, क्या बैंगल्स ले लो, बैंगल्स ले लो, चूड़ियाँ ले लो, बैंगल्स ले लो, क्रिस्टल बैंगल्स ले लो. मैं भी चिल्लाता, आई विश आई वर हर, मुझे इच्छा है काश मैं एक हॉकर होता, स्पेंडिंग डे इन द रोड क्राइम, मैं अपना दिन कहाँ बिताता, रोड पर जो है कि चिल्लाते हुए बिताता। क्या हॉकर्स ले चूड़ियाँ ले लो चूड़ियाँ। When at 4 in afternoon I come back from at the school, I can see through the gate of that house the gardener digging the ground. जब मैं 4 बजे शाम को जब स्कूल से घर आता हूँ तो घर उस गेट के सामने देखता हूँ कि एक गार्डनर जो है मिट्टी की खुदाई करता रहता है। He does what he likes to his spade, his soul. He soils his cloth with dust. Nobody takes him to the task if he gets banked in the sun or gets wet. कोई मतलब नहीं है कि क्या हो रहा, मिट्टी खोदता है, जहाँ मन करे उधर खोदेगा, अपने जो है कि कपड़ों को मिट्टी मिट्टी कर लेता है। Nobody takes him to task, किसी काम के लिए कोई नहीं ले जाता है। If he gets baked in the sun or gets wet, जो है कि धूप है या जो है कि बरसात है या फिर क्या है भीगा हुआ है, इससे मतलब नहीं, लेकिन वो अपना काम किए जा रहा है, खंदे जा रहा है। This is the second imaginary son that is the poet confronted while walking coming from the school. Just as it gets dark in evening and my mother sends me to bed, जैसे ही सुबह होता शाम होती है और मेरी मम्मी मुझे सोने के लिए भेजती है, I can see through my open window the watchman walking up and down. जब मैं सोता हूँ तो मैं विंडो से देखता हूँ कि वॉचमैन क्या करता है, ऊपर नीचे करता है, जो है कि बिल्डिंग का रखवाली करता है। The lane is dark and lonely. This is the line of this. The lane is dark and lonely. There is also in Robert Frost, an American poet, he has composed a poem. The line is, I think, the woods are lovely and deep. Promises I have to keep, miles to go before I sleep, miles to go before I sleep. Similarly, just he said, the lane is dark and lonely, and the street lamp stands like a giant with one red eye in its head. अब लेन क्या है, रास्ता पूरा क्या है, डार्क है, लोनली है, अकेला है, and the street lamp like a giant who red eyes in its head. और स्ट्रीट लैंप क्या कर रहा है, जल रहा है, जो कैसे लग रहा है कि उसके जो है कि जायंट के जैसा लग रहा है। This watchman swings his lantern, walks with his shadow at his side, and never once goes to bed in his life. देखो रात में सब लोग सोता है तो वॉचमैन क्या करता है, रखवाली करता है। Now the poet has imaginative power and he tried to imaginate that this watchman never sleeps at night. How difficult it is. The person who does not sleep in the nights. एक रात हम लोग नहीं सोते हैं, हालत खराब हो जाती है. But they continuously wake up. They keep waking at night. They survive. The watchman swings his lantern and walks his shadow at the side and never goes to bed in his life. Next is, he would move his lamp from one side to another side. His shadow was also visible on his side while he walked. The child could thought that the watchman would never have slept at the night. I wish I were a watchman walking in the street all night, chasing the shadow with my lantern. जब कोई किसी की परछाई आए, कोई भी आए, उस अनजान व्यक्ति है, उसको जो परछाई को चेज करना है, उसका चेज करना है मेरा। काश मैं वॉचमैन होता। Craftsman, watchman होता. Now these are the three things that the poet wants to become. First he wants to become hawker. Second he wants to become, second he wants to become what? A gardener, digging the soil in the ground. And third he wants to become guardian of this. These are the three images there in this poem, and through this poem the poet wants to tell about what is the real life there. But because some people they don't have the experience of the real life. बड़े लोग जो महलों में अटारियों में बैठे उनको क्या पता कि जीवन क्या होता है. These are the things there in that poem. So I think that you have understood the summary and concept of this poem. Thank you very much. Have a good day.